Welcome to this WordPress Essentials session. I'm Jason Hawkins, and this session is about posts, WordPress posts, the engine room of what your WordPress website should be churning. Content out to your readers, your prospects, your customers on a week-to-week, month-to-month, day-to-day basis. However often you can get that content out there, and usually it's done through the posts engine. So think CNN releasing all those news articles, or you can do that in a very micro level on your site, publishing blogs and content that your readers can engage in. Posts, people can also comment on posts in your site. So let's take a quick look at some examples to plant the seed about how you can use posts in your business. The next video series I'll do will feature how to edit and publish and release and do all the technical things with a post, but this is an intro into how posts can be used on your website. Here I am just within the WordPress backend. This is just the posts area on the left-hand menu here. I'm not going to dwell too much on this at the moment. This is an empty website. It has one example post that WordPress put in when you install it. Let's have a look at some example posts, and I will show you firstly our site. So we call it Insights instead of blog, and we've got this sort of grid layout of all our different posts that we've published over the years. We've run a blog, news blog for over 10 years now using the WordPress engine, so we've got a lot of history there. Now, this is the feed page, would be what would be considered the feed page, and then you click into an individual news item, and we've got a title, we've got who it's authored by on a particular date, there's some video content, here's more of the content, and it's linked to the author. So the great thing about blogs and posts are the flexibility in which you can implement them. Here's another example for an event that was held in 2018, the Etchell Worlds titles. So you can imagine there's quite a bit of active news feeds on a daily basis. So this was held in October. So you can see news item in October 27, the day before 26th, the day before that 25th. So these are all overview articles connected to the whole thing. I can click in to see that. So these are overall categories related to news. So we've got a featured image here, a headline image that also appeared in the feed. We've got images encased in the article itself, and you can get the gist of what we're trying to do here. Here's down the list. This is straight out of the box WordPress. It's showing the recent posts that you can navigate to. The archive list, I can navigate back to prior months and just select, just view the post from the prior month. Let's look in September, for example, in this example, and you'll see this is an August update, but it was published in September. So you can see how, those news feeds become quite active. Here's one on a very large Queensland TIQ, Trade and Investment Queensland website. So they have a very full feed of news that goes many pages. So again, feed, click through to the article, view the article, it's date related. You can see daily stories and news releases. So I think the blog engine and the posts engine within WordPress is what made it so popular, because you can wrap flexibility around it. Here's another one for the Seabin group. They're very upfront about their categories. Posts can have categories and tags related to them, and you can send those categories to different parts of the site. Let's have a look at another example of that. So this is Toowoomba Grammar School. They have a WordPress blog or WordPress website, and they have 4 categories: general news, events, publications, and newsletters. So you can add these to your menu item. If I look at news, it's showing me the full release of a featured article plus an excerpt of the news. Reading more, I can click through and read the full article. Not that it's that much longer, but in old school Times, just your classic blog. Erica McWilliam is a very well-known doctor of education, and she publishes fairly regularly. Here's her latest 50 posts, full articles. Here's a good example of the categories related to each of her articles. And recent posts, again, the archive of lists. And there's a concept of tagging. If you wanted to particularly target a particular topic and hammer away at a topic like education, for example, and topics within education, you would tag an article to launch in there. So there's some examples of different news engines. Here's a feed from Gallipoli's a medical research site. So again, featured image, nice big title, date stamped, news article. It's a great way to drive content in your site and keep people coming back to your site on a regular basis. So next we'll have a look at how to add, edit, and delete and manage those posts on your website.